It's a great day here at the Cathedral of the Incarnation as we start into our Advent, Christmas, and Epiphany season. We begin to anticipate the joy and the hope, the birth of Christ with us again. We begin to hear the story being told again of the child who came, of the one who has brought God among us and walks with us. We hear the story of God drawing close to us and being near to us in those moments when it feels like we can't take one more step. We hear the story that Jesus walks with us. When it feels like the world is just too big than us, our God draws near and cradles us to walk again this path, this pilgrim path of hope and promise fulfilled. Each year, we have the opportunity to not only hear the good news of God with us, but to tell the story. So we hear it and we begin to tell it, and somehow we all become sort of evangelists with this story, telling the story to others. We tell the story even as we share what our plans for the holiday season are with friends, neighbors, co-workers, classmates at school. We begin to tell that story again. And in the time we talk about what Christmas is with each other, that has a dynamic that starts us to become the story. And by that I mean, in order to tell the story, to tell a stellar story well, you have to tell it in a credible way, in a believable way, in a way that you really help other people understand because of how you understand it. We become the story. We step out into the world differently because the story has touched our lives. It's a powerful story of a child who transforms the world because of the hope and the joy and the redemption that was found there. And it becomes our story. Yet this dynamic continues to work in our lives as we, becoming the story, help others to experience the story and to be engaged by the story. This year at the Cathedral of the Incarnation, we have a special offering through the gracious sharing of Judy Clowen, who has an extensive nativity collection. We have a small part of that collection on exhibit. The showing is in the chapter room at the cathedral, and I invite you to come and see how different parts of the world have created a creche scene to help tell the story, and to see the very differences that come from whether you're in a place like Mexico or the Dominican Republic, or in other cases, Germany or Israel or Afghanistan. This is just a small portion of Judy's collection. We're very grateful she shares it with us. But come see how others are trying to tell the story, and then live into that story as you try and tell it to others. Take a little time to meditate in this chapter space and see the beautiful ways others have been telling the story. I wish you a blessed Advent, Christmas, and Epiphany as we walk this pilgrim way together.